Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, AirsoftAL, and I'm answering questions on the video I uploaded a while back, which was a Facebook live stream where I talked about the situation I'm in, why there's no combat footage, things like that. So I might as well go ahead and basically come out and say it that the biggest bombshell of the video was, and this was way back when I was about 7 years old, give or take. Or, no, I was actually younger, I believe. I was about 4 years old when they diagnosed me with high-functioning autism. And because of that, back then, they said, well, nope, this child can't function in society, so he's going on disability. And every so often, the doctor will call and basically check and see if I'm able to work, and the answer is always no. Now, granted, that's not me answering the doctor's questions, because apparently I am not able to, because apparently that goes over to the guardian, my parent, what have you. Now, because of this, I am on a specific disability for those who literally cannot work at all, because of a mental, medical, or what have you. Like I said in the video, I don't care for the bureaucracy, because it's not affecting me in what I do, which is make people laugh, make them smile, make them basically happy. I like making people laugh. I love brightening their day. And if I can do that, then, you know, that's the thing. I mean, granted, the money is a thing, but we started the Patreon for a reason. Link in the description down below. And even Apex is helping out by offering stemmeled, staple, basically textured grips. So if you want that, his information will be in the link down below as well. I'm doing everything I can on my end to basically earn a little bit more money, and because of that, one of my stock designs is being put out there, and I'll be getting compensation for that. But a lot of things have happened. Now, to answer the actual questions, Brick Boss Studios says, wait, do you live alone or something? No, I live on my family farm, which is a 16.5 acre farm, and I help out. We have, sadly we lost a chicken, so we have roughly 23 chickens now, 4 ducks, let me see here, there's 6 pigs. No, it's now 7 pigs. I forgot we had a newborn that was born. 2 rabbits, 3 dogs, a jackass, and a miniature pony. And I have to help take care of those animals. Another one is we have a greenhouse, which we have to help out, which I have to help out and make sure that the plants don't die, sadly to say. Some of them have died, and we had to completely rip out the tomato plants. So there's a pain in the ass. And then, of course, there's this right here, which is the family shop, which I do technically get compensation, but not that much. Only when I go out to places and things like that. Now, I'm not complaining, because honestly, it's whatever. It really is. I mean, it's something, you know? Let's see here. JK Pictures asks 2 questions. Which state do you live in? Maybe we could play, and, you know, he also asked if we could start a Kickstarter. Again, we have a Patreon. A Kickstarter is a cool idea, but we got the Patreon for a reason, and an $800 goal for a reason. I'll go into that in a second, because I actually got a question a long time ago as to why I got the Patreon. But then again, I've done a lot of videos on the Patreon, so I'm not going to answer that question. I live in Tennessee. To be exact, I live in West Tennessee. West Tennessee has 2 official fields, I believe. Those fields being Blackwater Marsh. I believe Bad Karma is one of them. I'm not sure. But the other field is Op 31, Tennessee, which is an hour away from me. That's an hour trip in gas. Now, Blackwater Marsh is a 2-hour, 2+ hour, I mean, round trip, because it's an hour and 45 minutes. So I would do the math, but I'm not going to. It's roughly a 2+ hour trip, a round trip, and me and my friends, we don't like to do the gas. Now, you're probably asking on the way, why don't you drive? I don't have a driver's license or a permit. I'm working to get my driver's license. So that way I can drive out to some of these places. But the biggest issue has to be money, because that's where the big issue comes in, and that's where the Patreon comes in, and the texture grips and all this and that, and God knows everything else. Now, the final question I got on the video, which is from a actual pretty loyal viewer of mine, and I actually like this guy. He's actually really cool. Tanner, here's my 2 cents. What about getting a minimum wage job? Like, I don't know how your personal life and everything, but it seems kind of selfish for your parents to force you to be running their little shop almost every day of the week and not even pay you. I can tell you, if you put in as much hours at a minimum wage job as you're putting in at your parents' shop, you'd have a lot more side cash than you do now. I agree, but once again, there's 2 factors to that. Now, the one factor is I don't have a car. I don't got a driver's license. I ain't got no form of transportation to take me to a minimum wage job. The second factor is that disability, because apparently the disability I'm on says blatantly I can't work a job. And if I did, apparently there's some other red tape, bureaucracy. I just don't care for it. Like I said, I don't care for the bureaucracy of the paperwork. I leave that to other people to do. Like Apex, who has to do the paperwork on everything. He sends me crap guns because he's punishing me for making him do all the paperwork. I know he does. But in all seriousness, the biggest issue right now is the fact of this is literally the only opportunity I have. Even here, I'm considered unpaid help. Now, that's officially. Unofficially, I am technically getting some compensation, but then again, that's not given to me because it's only given to me when I actually go out to places with friends and stuff. They'll give me some money, be it 20 bucks or something like that. And even then, it's just one of those things. Sorry, I'm a nervous nail biter. Now, it's not to say that I'm upset. I'm not. It's just I have to struggle. Not only that, but even when I was in college, and this is in college, mind you, I had to sell most of my stuff to actually pay for my way to college. I mean, granted, I was on the post-GI Bill and things like that, but that didn't help out a lot with some of the classes I took where I had to pay for some of the equipment I had to go to. But that's stories for another day, and even then, that's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about in the near future, because honestly, I would love to share my experiences in college with you guys. My 4 years of college, well, technically 2 years, but again, that's another video for another day. But the biggest thing right now, guys, is if you want to help me out, I mean, if you really, really want to help me out, consider donating to our Patreon down below. And of course, I will have it in the I will have a link in the comment section as well, along with Apex. I will link his Facebook, his Instagram. Well, not his Instagram. Yeah, his Instagram. Basically, I'll link all his info down there as well. And if not, then no worries. I'll let Apex know, and he will fix it. But either way, guys, as always, I've been AirsoftAL, and I ask that you guys please do be patient. I ask that you guys who have been patient with me, please be a little patient, a little longer. I promise you, we're gonna get combat footage out there. Hell, Apex said himself he's gonna get some footage from up in Pennsylvania down onto the channel, and I can assure you things will continue. It's just right now I'm at a point where I have a lot on my plate, and I'm trying to get a lot done, and a lot of that stuff I can't talk about because it's not just AAA Airsoft. No, it's not just that. There's also other things in development right now that I cannot talk about because that's how important it is. That's how it's going. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I've been AirsoftAL, and if you want to help out the channel, go down the link down below, consider donating to our Patreon, and I will see all you lovely people next time. Later.